Welcome to Concern for the Girl Child Empowering Voices podcast. My name is Marjorie, and today we will be diving into an inspiring conversation about overcoming our educational barriers. Today here with me are these incredible young women, Namukose Catherine and Enembaba Zirian. Let's hear their stories and insights. Can you share with us some of the main challenges you had accessing education before you connected with Concern for the Girl Child?
Hello, my name is Enembaba Zirian. I'm a beneficiary at Concern for the Girl Child, Uganda. And you asked a question, what are the challenges that I faced before joining Concern for the Girl Child? Yes, I faced a number of challenges before I joined Concern for the Girl Child. I can point out one. I failed to attend school regularly because I lacked enough school fees. Like sometimes I wouldn't pay at all. Sometimes I would be like late for classes. Beginning of the time I wouldn't have to report to school before I had all the school fees paid. And I had to also buy requirements because they were part of the necessities for school, and I couldn't attend school without them. Usually it would be the first week of reporting. You have to report with all the requirements, paid bank slips and so on. Yeah, it was really a lot because my mom wasn't around. I used to stay with my sister and she had a lot on her. She was the mother, father, sister, brother, uncle. She was my everything back in the days, yes. And she used to struggle a lot. She had a kid by then. She had to provide diapers, food for us, school fees inclusive for me, and everything she had to take care of. Home, yes.
I'm going to point out the first answer that challenged me during my education. My mother was washing clothes for people and digging for others, and I could go with her to wash for her, sometimes dig for her. Sometimes they could abuse her when I'm seeing. The money they could give her wasn't enough for my school fees. It could be hard for me. Sometimes I could miss classes at school just because of school fees. Sometimes requirements, those holiday programs they could give us at school, money wasn't there for me to go for holiday studies. That made my education so worse. I would perform so bad, and it wasn't I couldn't get enough time to study. That's why I could perform so bad in some subjects like math and everything else. The moments they used to abuse my mother, I could not feel good because I felt like I've become a problem for her. It was like I'm bringing problems for her. That's why I used to abuse her. And the money they used to give her wasn't enough for my school fees. That made me feel so bad. I felt like I've become a problem for my mother. And the moments she used to go digging, sometimes she could be digging, sometimes snakes would bite her. Sometimes she could cut herself while doing something. I could feel so bad for my mother because it was like I was a big problem to her in her life.
Wow, that was very, very inspiring. So Rian, my next question for you is, how did Concern for the Girl Child help you overcome these barriers?
After I was enrolled into Concern for the Girl Child program, I realized that I would no longer be a burden to my sister who used to pay for me school fees and all the requirements. And I realized that she's now going to be comfortable paying other necessities like requirements, food at home, and I'll also be able to concentrate more on my books and get time to read. So while I was enrolled in the program, I was given a mentor who I would talk to try to talk about the challenges that I face and how I would overcome them. She helped me so much to boost on my confidence. I would stand in public and talk. And CGC helped in also providing pads that were a struggle to get back then, yes. And other things they would take us to conferences, meet other girls that go through certain things and be an encouragement to them.
When I joined Concern for the Girl Child in 2024, I was so happy. I felt so good. I thought that my mother is no longer suffering. She's not going to be disrespected by those people who used to do so. As me, a child, I thought my mother would get enough money to pay for my sister and brother school fees for them to go to school. And it gave me a good time that I also concentrate in class and perform well and the way I did in P7.
Those are remarkable transformations. Can you share memorable moments from your educational journey with CGC support that stood out to you?
While I attended the East African Children Summit, there were many children from all over Africa. The countries that were mainly there was Sierra Leone, Uganda, Rwanda, and Mali. Yes, many concerns were raised from many children that came to different parts of the continent. Yes, they talked about that like children trafficking, mainly in Mali, and Sierra Leone. Their main challenges that they faced were like teenage dropouts due to drugs and early marriages. That was mainly part of the important thing. Well, personally, I learned a lot from that summit. I learned how to associate with people. First of all, I would never have gotten an opportunity to attend such a big gathering of mainly children. And I learned that I wasn't the only person that was going through these hardships, and there are many people all over the country, the continent. I got opened to the view that these challenges not only happen in Uganda, but they also happen elsewhere. And I was so privileged to have attended this session because I felt as chosen one in a million to stand out for children in my country, in my school, in my community that were going through certain challenges that I had to bring out in order to present them. So like all my lifetime, I wished to take a plane. Like I never thought I would go a specific way. Like I wished to fly above the clouds. Yes, and thanks to CGC, I got this opportunity to ride to Entebbe. Well, it was my first encounter to enter an aeroplane. The experience was overwhelming for me personally. It was my first time, as I said, and the airport, like I was delighted with everything that I saw, the air hostess, the people that were there, because it was really a different experience for me and a new one. And in an aeroplane, I don't know if anyone like could feel what I felt at the moment. I wasn't shaky, I wasn't scared, but as happy as just filled with joy that, oh my God, is this me? I at times felt as if I was dreaming, because I like over the time when I got the news that I was going out, I was like, when is it coming? Like I never thought that I would get this opportunity. Yes.
The good memory I thank CGC that I remember was the day they called my mother that I was going for the girls' camp. I got a chance to go in a camp that I've never even like going in. I felt so happy. I thought that when I come back from school for holidays, I was going to be home, but I got a chance to leave home and go and join other girls I even never knew, make friends. But when I reached the camp, I liked the activities that they did. One of them was sports, music, dance, and drama. We went for a tour at the Entebbe Zoo. I liked whatever thing I saw there. I enjoyed so much in the camp that Concern for the Girl Child provided for us.
Those are really remarkable answers, girls. I loved hearing your stories. Before we wrap up our session, I wanted to know if you had any words of encouragement to tell other girls who are experiencing a similar situation like yours.
The words of encouragement I would give someone out there is, 1, pray. You should always be a prayerful person. you should always trust God, because He is the only one who can change seasons and move mountains that no one can ever move. Yes, bring all your worries unto Him and He will help you with them. And the second thing is, have hope that the things that you're going through are not going to last forever. Like, times change, and when you have hope, like you can go extra mile.
I would like to give words of encouragement to girls outside there like me. At first, I never had hope in myself that concern for the girl child would enroll me in. But I kept trusting myself. I trusted God. I trusted myself. And one day it happened. They enrolled me in their program. But I would like to tell girls outside there, trust in yourself. Keep hope in yourself. Concern for that girl child will help you achieve your dreams.
Thank you, ladies, for sharing your inspiring stories about your educational journeys. And to our listeners out there, don't forget, every girl deserves a right to education and a chance to build a better future. Don't forget to follow our social media handles linked down below on the screen. And until then, keep empowering voices.